Arthritis. Many people believe that arthritis is caused by old age. It's just something that happens because we are getting older. Yes, it may happen because you're older, but what if I told you that it can be your diet that is causing the pain? If you eat refined sugars, if you drink alcohol, if you consume processed food, if you have a lot of gluten in your diet, if you also have dairy, vegetable oils such as rapeseed, canola, palm oil, etc., all raise inflammation. Every time you consume these types of foods and drinks, also excess sodas, if you drink Coke with sweeteners and so on, they also raise inflammation. So you're driving this inflammation, and that causes problems of pain within your body. So what do? You eat foods that create zero inflammation. You want to drive your inflammation down so that you are lowering the pain in your body. Pain is the signal that something is wrong. And what do most people do? They mask it over with painkillers because they don't want to feel the pain. I get it, I understand. But the pain is there as a signal to tell you that something is wrong and for you to do something about it. So you eat more foods that are anti-inflammatory, which is a plant-based diet. Polyphenols, antioxidants, all of this colorful goodness going into your body is an anti-inflammatory food. Turmeric, green tea, all of the colorful fruits and the vegetables and the herbs and the spices, and just make sure that you're consuming these on a regular basis. Ginger, how powerful is that as an anti-inflammatory? I have turmeric in my Beauty in the Gut book because it's so powerful as well for everything. We are always quick to blame our age. And yes, age is a factor, but the reason why is because it's caught up with you, because of the gluten, because of the dairy, because of the alcohol, because of the processed sugars. Everything that you are consuming over the years has built up because you're now older, and it's created the arthritis. And yeah, the weather makes it worse. If you're living in the UK, we hardly get any sunlight, it's rain, it's a damp environment, and that creates inflammation as well, the cold. This is why when people go on holiday, they feel so much better. Their painful joints aren't there because of the heat. So do more heat therapy too if you are in the UK or any other colder climate as well, so that you are heating up the joints. And you will know yourself, if you have arthritis, that heat makes it so much better. So instead of blaming your age, change your diet. Look at foods that are anti-inflammatory. And if you're not sure, my recipe book, Health Empowerment, Your Illness is Not a Drug Deficiency, is available to buy, full of plant-based recipes, all for those anti-inflammatory recipes. I have to follow an anti-inflammatory diet. That's why I created Health Empowerment for you, because I live this lifestyle to keep my own inflammation down for my autoimmune. Every time you consume foods that are high in sugar, dairy and gluten and processed foods and vegetable oils, you are raising your inflammation. And there is where the pain comes from, because of the food choices and alcohol. Every time you consume this, you are causing problems with your body. Not everybody's going to be the same because we are unique. But if you have these types of conditions, you have chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the driver to everything. Every single disease is inflammation. So you have to lower your inflammation. If you want to learn more, read my book, Beauty in the Gut, read my recipe book, Health Empowerment, and that will give you an idea of the kind of foods you need to look at, and also nourish your microbiome, because it's coming from there too. If you have conditions of leaky gut, that's also driving chronic inflammation, and it can be driving the autoimmune conditions of rheumatoid arthritis, because that's autoimmune, and that is coming from your microbiome. So nourish your microbiome with, again, you need probiotics, you need prebiotics, you need to heal and seal the gut lining. If you have the conditions of leaky gut, which is my book, Beauty and the Gut, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. If you have any kind of gut dysbiosis, you're feeding more bad bacteria. That bad bacteria is creating more chronic inflammation, again, driving the pain, driving the diseases. So again, it's coming back to, what are you consuming with your diet? Change what you eat. And if you can't change what you eat, do at least something good for your body. So have some turmeric in your diet. Have it daily. Have it with black pepper for absorption, possibly some coconut oil as well for even better absorption. You need that fat for extra. But just have these little bits of food into your diet to support, to heal, to nourish. That's what If this is something that interests you, check out my book, Beauty and the Gut, if you've not read that. And also, if you need recipe ideas, my other book, Health Empowerment, Your Illness is Not a Drug Deficiency, is filled with all of these anti-inflammatory recipes designed for you to not live in a painful body. This is what it's about, keeping your inflammation down. And with that, you should reap the benefits so that you don't turn up to my classes in pain, because yes, my classes are there as well to support you with Pilates and yoga, because they do work for you guys as well. But combine that with your diet, and then you should be, as one client said to me, I should be superwoman by now. Yeah, that's what it's about. So change your diet. If you can, really try. I know it's not easy, but make those small efforts to do something good for yourself that is helping to lower your inflammation. And then hopefully with time, it will improve. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. And let me know how you get on.